give some people a few minutes to give them time to get in here, and we'll start. Man, I can't remember. No, Goddess. Yeah, there she go. Hey, y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. I'm just sending out some invites real quick, and then we're gonna start. Lori, good morning, bestie. Glad you made it in. Okay. Welcome in, Kelly. How are you doing, Lori? Thank you for that heart, me. I appreciate it. Thank you for powering us up, Lord. Remember, y'all send your heart me's in. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and let's do this. We're going to go ahead and set our gift and go while I'm waiting. And then we're going to get started for real, because I think my open monologue is going to take some time, and I don't care. So we may not even get done with the full show because we got like 3 segments to do today, but I don't even know if I'm going to get through all 3 for the simple fact I got something I need to talk about that I want to talk about. All right. Oh, it says 3. Okay. I see what the issue is. But I don't see that though. All right, y'all. So we're gonna make the gingerbread, man. We just need 2 of them. We're gonna start off with 2 of them for the gift and go. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get started because, like I said, my opening monologue it may take some time, but it's necessary for me. You get me? Somebody said hello. They came in and said hello. Hello, how you doing? Ah, there it is. Pink Tech. Good morning, love. How are you? Work going good? Thank you for those. I appreciate it. Okay. Pink Tech says she already on it. She got it. The goal is over with. So now y'all know how we do. Once we meet that goal, we drop it down. Okay, we're gonna drop it down. We're gonna set a new goal, but then we're gonna drop it down. Okay. Thank you so much for doing that, Pink Tech, for clearing that out for us. She was never one to play games, y'all. Straight to work. Hey, it is what it is, and I respect her for that. All right, let's go. Okay, so we'll put this one up here, cause yeah, let's go with the bubble gum. Okay, now listen. If you are a parent, go ahead and put a 1 in the live. We still gotta do our opening entrance and music and stuff, but you know, that's right, baby. We got to get to that C3. We got to get that group. Simply Kim, thank you for the bubble gum. I appreciate it. All right, I need all my parents to go ahead and put the 1s in here. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and play our opening music, and then we're gonna get to the show. Okay. Well, yeah, hey, that do count. That does count. She said, "Does Pup Mom count?" That counts. Listen, you know how a parent would love their child. Tired of the silence. Monique, welcome in. The sugar-coated lies. Try not to get emotional. Another headline screaming. Trina, good morning. Good morning, Queen. Eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm
about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
All right, y'all. All right. Mods, remind me before we get into our show, the actual show, to make sure I do our disclaimer, okay? But my opening monologue, and let me go ahead and get these. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and get my Kleenex now. I got them set up over there. All right, let's go ahead and get my first graphic up real quick, y'all, and y'all just rock with me. Just rock with me. This is off the cuff right here. This is nothing written, nothing prepared. Um, yo, we just gonna it's just gonna go down like it's gonna go down. Let me find it. Oh, there it is. All right, let me bring that down a little bit. That's good. Y'all can see him. Y'all can see him. Can y'all can see that picture right there? Just put a one in the live. Oh, nothing's wrong, Simply Kim. Thank you for asking. Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all. All right, y'all can see it. Okay, good, good, good. That right there is my second oldest son. That is Jordan. That is Jordan. And I don't even I don't even know how I want to. I don't even know where to start. I'm a happy father right now. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. He's beautiful. Listen, y'all just bear with me. I really don't know how I'm going to present this, and I'm gonna try. To, just look at the pictures. They're gonna be out of sync, y'all. I'm a proud dad today. I'm a proud dad today. No, no, no. Get me wrong. I've always been a proud dad, but it's different today. And see, I'm already my eyes already watering, but I ain't even got into it. But let me start. Let me start like this. Let me start like this. Let's talk about how he came in the world. First of all, that's a story within itself. All right, and so yeah, Simply Kim, absolutely tears of joy, tears of joy. Let's talk about how Jordan came into this world. His mother was, of course, pregnant. I mean, we know that, but she was having these contractions. All right, and of course, he's her first child. So, and I'm not a woman, so I don't know. But she was having contractions. We go to the hospital, and we're there for a few hours. And they got her hooked up to the monitor and stuff like that. And so after we had been there for a few hours, and they had her strapped to they had the monitor hooked up to her, and everything looked normal, and things in that in the whole 9 yards. Well, they told her that she was only having um a bad case of indigestion, right? And so they sent us home, sent us back home from the hospital. And I hate to I think it was a Tuesday night, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. And that's not important, really. It's not. It's the events more so than the date. But I mean, of course, he was born that day. But in any event, let's go. Let's carry on. So they sent us home, and I don't fell asleep. I got work tomorrow. She has work tomorrow. I'm asleep. She gets up in the middle of the night to go use the bathroom. Now I felt her get out of the bed and go to the bathroom, but I was sleeping so good that it wasn't one of those things because I'm a light sleeper. When I do sleep, I'm a light sleeper. But I don't know if it was the stress because and understand when I say stress because I didn't know what was going on. Hey, thank you for that, Lori. I appreciate the bubble gum. I didn't know what was going on while we were at the hospital. But so when we got home, I fell asleep. I'm sleeping. So she gets out of the bed, goes to the bathroom. I feel her get out of the bed and go to the bathroom. But I'm still sleeping good. So I easily fall back asleep, right? And it's like as soon as I got comfortable back in that sleep, like right, because it's rare that you can pick up, a good sleep. Like if you get woke up, then it's kind of hard to go back. At least for me. But but this particular night, I went right on back like it was easy. And so I fall back into my good slumber, and his mother screams my name. I've never heard her scream my name as loud. Not even during an argument. But I've never heard my ex-wife scream my name that loud. And so I immediately, even though I was back in a good slumber and a good sleep, I immediately jumped back up. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do because I got a lot of pictures of them. So while we talking, I'm just gonna switch out some pictures. All right, I'm gonna try to keep it going that way. Um, and so I jump up out the bed. I run to the bedroom door and see the way that our apartment was set up. If you was at our door and you look straight across the hall, you look right into the door of the bathroom, straight ahead. And so I run to the front to the bedroom door. I'm looking towards the bathroom where she is, and she's standing there. She's got one hand on the wall. She's got one hand on her stomach, and I'm seeing this hair that's coming, out of her. And so what I did know is that was out of place. That wasn't there. That's normally not there. It clicked because a few minutes later, his head started to come out. Mind you, we're at our apartment. All right, we're at our apartment now. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm tough. I'm just gonna be transparent and be honest because that's what we do here. Your boy was scared. I'm talking about.
I was scared. I mean, like running around scared. No help to her. Scared.
You get me? So in the midst of me running around being scared, you know, the common thing to do would be to go towards her, right? Go towards her and help her to the couch, to the bed, wherever she was gonna go. Hey, I told you, your boys. I ain't never did this, y'all. I ain't never. I have never. The kids that I had at a hospital, right? Trina ran in circles. I ran in so many circles. Trina, I ran around myself. I was so scared. Myself jumped outside of me, and it was running around with me. Neither one of us knew what to do, mind, body, or soul. None of us knew what to do. We just kept running around each other. And the whole time we running around, okay, I'm gonna be honest. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, we got to get the suitcase because the suitcase was packed because we was just at a hospital and we thought that she was having contractions then, but they told us she wasn't. So the suitcase was still packed. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get the suitcase. I gotta get me dressed. I gotta get her dressed. And mind you, I go to get the suitcase, get to the suitcase, go do something else, go do that something else, come back to the suitcase. I have completely forgotten about my ex-wife. So at this time, luckily, she was smart enough to say, you know what?
I can't wait on him. Let me just walk to the couch in the living room and just lay myself down because this boy ain't no help right now. He's just going crazy. I don't even know what he's doing. He just running around, just leaving me right here with a baby coming out. Let me, child, boo.
So when I finally got done running relay and track, I found out and noticed that she was already laying on the couch in the living room. All right. And so now I kind of got some of my senses back and came down on what to do. So I said, okay, now the next thing we need to do is we need to call some ambulances out here. All right. Because one thing I never learned in school was how to deliver a baby. It was just something I never thought that I would have to do. So it wasn't something that I, pre-planned for, prep for, or anything. Just saying good morning, bestie. I never thought about that. So now she's laying on the sofa. I'm finally like, okay, I need to jump in and help her. Let me throw a picture of her up here real quick too. But and here I'll bring that down some so y'all can see it too. All right. And so I here, let me slide that over a little bit because it's covering me up too. There we go. We'll do this a little bit like that. And so I go over to her. I'm like, "Are you okay? You good?" I don't know. What do you ask? Mia, what do we? I mean, our lady is sitting here having a child. So I that's the only thing I do. You okay? You get me? You understand? And there's no epidural involved, right? But she's laying there. Um, I don't know. She watched video. I don't know but she was doing her part. So your boy. Now we got to call the ambulance. So I call that emergency number. I'm on the phone with him. The dispatch. I'm telling the dispatch, hey, my wife's getting. Well, she was my wife at the time. My wife's getting ready to have a baby. She's having the baby right here in the living room. And I need an ambulance ASAP. I'm panically talking to him. Lord, Lord said, best thing to do is be quiet. True, true. So I'm on the phone and I'm talking to him, and he's like,
calm down, sir. It's okay. You can do this. You got this. You can do this.
and I'm like, bruh, I don't need what I'm trying. The pep talk is not what I need right now. I need an ambulance. I don't need a I don't need it. I don't need what you saying. Here's the thing. I know I could do it. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is I don't want to do it. I need somebody here that knows how to do it. Right. And so he done gassed me up, y'all, and he telling me that, okay, yeah, you can do this. You got this. You're going to be okay. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. All of that sounds really, really good. It sounded really, really good. However, like I said, I don't want to do it. So now he tells me, y'all, and ladies, understand. I'm just telling you the actual conversation. Y'all ready?
Okay, sir, you're doing great. Listen, here's what I need you to do. You need to go over to your wife. Where's your wife?
She's on the couch right now.
Okay, great. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to go over to your wife. I need you to make a fist. And I want you to take that fist that you make, and I want you to press it against her clitoris.
That's what got us here. Are you sure that's how this goes? I ain't never seen that technique in the movies I watch when women were having babies. I think you know what I suspect you know what you're doing, but that don't sound like it's supposed to go there, right? All right, now, so he finally convinced me to go and do that. All right, and so here it is. I'm doing that. We going. We there, y'all. I mean, Jordan's coming. He's like there's no way around. He's coming. There's absolutely zero way to stop this. We are here, okay? And so now, like I say, I do like he tells me to do, and and I'm doing that. I'm doing what he said, and then I'm like, okay, so where's the amulet? Hey, little brother, thank you for that heart meat. I'm like, okay, are the amulets on the way? And he tells me,
Yes, sir, they're on the way. They're en route to you right now. Okay, but here's what I need you to do in the meantime. Tell her to push.
nope, nope. I'm sorry, I'm not telling her. Because see, if she push, that means the baby is gonna come out. And what I'm trying to get you to understand when I first made this call to you is that I don't want the baby to come when I'm here by myself with her. I need somebody here to know what to do, right? So now, here we go again.
They're on the way. They're gonna be there, sir. They're gonna be there. Just tell her to push. And now, after she push, tell her to push one good time. I'll give it a nice solid push. And then tell her to take some breaths. You want her to breathe. Tell her to try to make it deep. She want to get a deep breath.
Sir, Hey, what part of where's the? I need ambulance. By this time, y'all, I promise you. Hold on, I knocked this over. Sorry about that. By this time, y'all, I see a face. I see his face. His face is looking at me. The lower half of his body is still inside or coming out, but his face is looking at me. Thank you, Pink Tech, for that. His face is looking at me. And so here's how your boy was reacting.
Oh Lord, I'm about to pass out. I can't do this. I'm about to die. I know I'm about to die. I'm about to. This is what's gonna take me out right here. I cannot do this. Where is the ambulance? I need help, sir.
Okay? Now, she pushes again. And now here I am, and I'm telling her, push, baby, push, baby, push. She pushed. The baby come out more. I'm like, baby, don't push, don't push, don't push, don't push. Stop, don't push, don't push, don't push. Break, take a break. Time out. Flag on the. Where's the flag? I need the referee to throw a flag on the play. We need to stop this. Listen, I am not cut out for this. Don't push, baby. Don't push. Listen, don't push again until you see a medic person walk through our front door. Don't push again, Lord. Please don't push again. And she's pushing, and Jordan's coming. At this point, y'all, I done left her and went to the front door of our apartment, and I'm looking outside. All I want to do is just see the ambulance truck come down the hill towards our apartment with the lights on. I've never been so excited or so anxious to see an ambulance truck, right? And so I go back over to the couch. This particular time, the dispatcher on the phone is telling me,
Do you have towels? Okay, I need you to get something. I need you to put it down, and I need you to be ready to catch the baby when it come out. You want to make sure that you.
your boy,
I ain't catching. If it ain't a baseball, a football, or a basketball, I'm not catching nothing. This is not what I know to do. Where is the ambulance?
all right, this is where I'm at with this. No, there's no lie, y'all. This is real spill. And so then I go over there, I do what he tells me to do, and I'm saying push, and we get to right about the thigh, in between like the thigh and knee area. And so I just gently got the towel. You can if you could take a picture right then, it probably looked like I really didn't want to catch him, because not that I didn't want to catch him. I didn't want this to happen, right? Not. Thank you, little brother. Not on my time, because I didn't know what I was doing. What if I catch him wrong? What if I drop him? What am I supposed to do? But y'all, God's timing. Because as soon as we got to about that kneecap area, I seen two medic people coming towards the door. Now, at this point, I'm breathing a sigh of relief because I see them walking into our apartment. However, I'm still not all the way relieved, because I'm trying to figure out, why are they walking so slow, right? This is importance. This is of important. I need you to come help her. Come help her. Please come help her, because I can't, you know? And so they come in, they take over. Your boy get to step back, and now at this point I'm just trying to recoup. I'm trying to calm myself down and stuff like that, man. And they end up doing the rest of it. Then they ask me if I want to cut the umbilical cord. Now, I've never done this before with all my children. I've never done it before. And so I'm thinking, no, again, it's a lot of firsts that y'all are trying to make me do. And I'm not ready for it. I don't think I'm equipped for the job. I don't think this should be the first time I do it. Like, I think I should practice on like a baby doll or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know, but I don't think I should do it now. But anyway, they convinced me to do it, and I go over. I cut the umbilical cord. They tie it off or clip it off or whatever. Um, they could put her in the ambulance, put my ex-wife in the ambulance. They're taking her back to the hospital that we were just at earlier that day. They're taking her to the hospital. I get Jalen and Candace ready. We pile in the car. We're following the ambulance to the hospital, and we get there. We get to see him, uh, and that's her. That's his mom, and everything works out good in God's timing. Now, the thing about this, and the reason why I'm going into that too, is because let's fast forward a few years later to about what 3 or 4 years later. Um, Jordan would come to my wrestling matches quite often, and he's gonna see this too. Tell your mama I told her I thank her for giving me you. But the thing about it was he would come to our wrestling matches, and so he would see when I would walk to the ring and have a chain around my neck and stuff like that, and how in wrestling we come out um, from behind the curtain, right? And so what he would do is I showed y'all that one. He would take my cell phone charger and he would drape it around his neck. And I never knew what he was doing. I never knew where he was getting it from, right? But he would have my cell phone charger around his neck, and he would go and stand behind the curtain, and he would just stand there and wait. Hey sis, here, hold on. Let me get you up here. And so I sent. Did it go through? I don't know if it went through. You know it'd be tripping. Here, I'll do it this way. All right, it should work. All right, there you go. There you go.
Hey,
Hey sis, welcome in. So he would stand behind the curtain, and I'm like, what is he doing? And then I figured it out because what he would do if I put on my ring entrance song, he would come out from behind the curtain and walk. He had a mug on and everything, y'all. Thank you for that heartbeat, sis. He had his mug on and everything, like I did, like I do walking to the ring. And so I was like, man, I was just busting out laughing. And then I was telling his mom about it, so she got to see it. And I promise you, at that moment, I was like, man, he actually doing pretty good at playing me. I'm like, I think he's going to. I could see him doing something performing. And at that time, because he was like I said, he's like 4. So, but at that time, I saw him on a stage performing. In my vision, what I thought he was on a stage performing, almost like Broadway, or yeah, like Broadway. That's what I saw in my mind, right? And so as he was growing up, like he'd be 8, 9 years old, um, he did get into acting. He did get into acting, and he was going to classes and things of that nature to make sure he got his thing down. You know what he need, how to, his mannerisms and stuff, how to act, stuff like that. So he did those things while he was coming up, 8, 9, 10 years old. Now, when he gets to high school, he does, and I think I got to hold on. I think I do. I think I did save a picture of him and his mother. They were backstage. When he was in high school, he actually did the school. Yeah, this is it right here. Um, he got into drama class, and I forgot what they call it. I think it started with a T, but it's basically acting. They do plays and stuff at the school and stuff. And this was backstage at one of his performances, and he was the star of the show. And but so that would kind of it took me back to what, when I thought that he would be on stage. So this is what he's going to do now. After he had graduated, as y'all can see, after he had graduated, he decided he wanted to do movies. Right? That's what he wanted to do, and Like any parent, man. If that's our child's dream, we pray that they be successful in it. And so he really didn't. And at the time, I was trying to get him to come to college over here in Georgia, but he's like, nah, I don't think I want to go to college. I ain't gonna lie, I was mad. I was upset at first, like because he's just. I mean, this guy, he's like a AB student in high school. He was really smart, so I didn't understand why he didn't want to go to college. However, put this in your cap if you're a parent. It's not our life. We know what we might want them to do. We know what they can possibly do, but it's not. But it's not our life. We know what they're capable of doing, right? But it's not our lives. This is his journey. So he said he didn't want to go to college. I had to accept that. I didn't understand because you work so hard in school and you always consistently made good grades. So why wouldn't you want to go? But it wasn't me. That wasn't my life. This was his life, and this is what he wanted to do. And he had put in the work. He had been to classes. He had been on the, and I wish I knew how to play videos on here because I had a couple of videos I wanted to show y'all. But um, he worked hard at that. And so if this is what he wanted to do, what kind of parent would I be if I didn't allow him to go follow his dreams and just support him? Just because I decided to mess around and have to withdraw from college, that don't mean that I got to live through him that way. Like I want him to go to college and graduate from college and get his degree simply because I played around and didn't do it. But it wasn't my life. This wasn't my turn. This was his. He, like I said before, he had worked hard. Not only did he work hard at being an actor and honing his skills to be an actor, he worked hard at staying on top of his academics. So how could I not just let him go and do his thing and follow his dream? So that's what I did. And y'all, he finally figured out how to go about it. And I'm gonna tell you how that happened too. If you all have you all how many people in here watched the TV show All American? It was a TV show called All American, um, and it came on CW. I don't think they're around no more. But I don't think they have any more shows. But in any event, it was a show called All American, and there was this character on there. Yeah, me too. Me too. Pink Tech. Man, that show could have continued forever, and it would have never gotten old. I love that. Dimple Cheeks. Good morning to you, bestie. There was a character on there. Now I can't remember her name. I can't remember her name. I talked to her on here, and I talked to her over on Instagram. But uh, the thing about it is, she was on. She had a small part on All American, and she had. I forget the man. I forgot the character's name, but he was the one who his dad was an alcoholic. He was an alcoholic at one point. And it was hard for him coming up. He was with gosh, it's been so long since I've seen All American. He became the coach. In the end, he was a coach. He was a coach. He couldn't play anymore because they found he had some medical things going on, so he couldn't play. Oh man, hold on, y'all. Y'all forgive me. Let me hold on. Her real name is Alondra Delgado, but I forgot her character name. Y'all hold on. Yeah, absolutely. It was an outstanding show. I agree with you on that, Chantel. I think they should have just kept that going. I really do. Hold on, y'all. All right, there we go. Here. No, I don't want. I don't need that one. Okay. even have her on here. That's crazy. All right, they don't have her listed on here, and I mean she did play a small part. What Asher? Asher. That's the one I'm talking about. Asher. Okay, so Asher went somewhere for the summer, and while he was gone for the summer, because at this time Asher and Layla was together during the summer, and then when Asher went off, he met this one girl while he was away for the summer, and her mom eventually came to Beverly High as the football coach after Billy Baker went back to Crenshaw High, South Crenshaw. And his mom, I mean, her mom name is Elena something. Okay, here she is, Alondra Delgado. I told you her name, but on the show, her name was Vanessa Montez. All right. So one time we were on her live, on Alondra's live. Shout out to you, Alondra Delgado. Shout out to you. I'm gonna have to tag. I'm gonna have to splice this and tag her in it. But um, she was doing a live, and he has my son has the biggest crush on her. The biggest crush. He thinks he thinks she's beautiful. Like that was one of the things he said while we was watching the live. Dad, if I could just get a role in a movie with her, I'm like, son, shoot your shot. Hey, you gonna lose the game if you don't take the shot. You never know, right? You got 24 seconds, shot clock. Go ahead, man. If it happened, you know. But she was talking, and so he was asking me to ask because we're on my account. So he was like, ask her how did she get roles for movies? Like, what did she do? And then she told him about acts, uh, actors access. I think is what it's called. So what it is, actors access. So it's this thing where actors access where you take some headshots, you get your portfolio put together, and you submit it on here, right? And while we're talking, let me go back to this picture because this picture right here was from a photo shoot that I had set up with him with Brianna Tillman. By the way, Brianna Tillman's on here. I dated Brianna's mom while I was in high school too. But she's like a bonus daughter to me. But I called her. I said, "Listen, my son needs um, a portfolio done. He needs some pictures done so he can put in his portfolio for his Actors Access account." Thank you so much, Dimple Cheeks. I appreciate that. I was like, he wants to be an actor. Um, this lady that's an actor, and I was talking about Alondra, told him about this, and so he needs to get some pictures put together and put on it. And so he did that. She came out, she took the pictures of him. This is just one, it's several. The whole photo shoot was great. And the thing about it with him, side note, the thing about it with him was for him, that was the first time he got to see and do something together with his mom and dad right there. So that meant even though it was a photo shoot for him and his career, it was something that was dear to him because he got to see his parents working together, interacting, having a good time, laughing, and being there for him. You get me? Yeah, yeah, I did post some of them. Right. You remember? Yep. And so he did that. He got the part, y'all. He got a part in the show. He got a part in the show. And he had to go to LA. Had to go to LA and he had to start working on the show. Now, the thing that I said to her and him, listen, I trust you, Stephanie. I know you gonna look out for our son, but I need both of y'all to be careful. Cause y'all remember, we know what go on over there. We talk about it here all the time. She don't care. And she's off the cuff. She's spontaneous. Don't get me wrong, great woman, outstanding woman, but very spontaneous. Like when I mean spontaneous, is like she don't care what you think. If she wants to do it, she's gonna do it. Impulsive, maybe I should say. Impulsive. Free spirit. Thank you, Jenny. That is her. That is his mother. That is just her. And so he did that. He went over there, shot the movie. In fact, he had to go a couple times because when they shot it the first time, I guess when the production team played it back, um, where they filmed at, the sound was the background noise. So it's like they was filming in the mall, they was filming outside by the street, and so it was picking up the background noise. So he had to go back out to LA. And when he went out there the second time, they had to do the voiceover. So what they did, they took the scenes that they had already done and kept them, but they made my son and his co-stars re-say their lines, and so they could lay it over the scenes, and so we had a more crisp sound. Right, you could hear them in the background noise wasn't there. Yes, yes, he did it in the booth. Right, right. So they have the scene, and what he said in that scene, he's in the booth saying it on the mic, and so you could hear clear on the playback. And this happened like a couple of years ago, well, at least 2 years ago. And we've been waiting and we've been waiting. But this whole time, I thought, man, it's going to be pretty cool. How am I going to react? How am I going to react when I see my baby's name in the credits of a movie? Like, how am I going to react? I don't know. Y'all, I woke up this morning. I checked my phone, and y'all can't see it really good. I wonder if I can blow it up. This is actually a video. I don't know how to play a video on a live, so to where y'all can see it and it play on here. So anybody that's a content creator in here that can help me figure that out, I would like to do it because this is an actual video. And when I open it, I just woke up this morning, but I open it up, I see it's from him, and I'm hearing people clapping, I'm hearing people screaming and cheering, right? And I'm seeing this roll up, and I'm like, "What is he? Is this got something to do with Stranger Things?" Because him and I, we're huge Stranger Things fans. I was like, "This got something to do with Stranger Things," and so I had to go back and play it again, y'all. If you look in the top right here, the last name is my son's name, and this is the credits for the movie. And the caption read here. Let me go. Boy, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We gotta get through this show. Don't cry. Don't cry. Hey, look. Ooh, come on, y'all. Ah, it says dad. Man, y'all, hold on. God. Oh, that's my boy. That's my boy. All right. All right, y'all. We gotta get ourselves together. We gotta get ourselves together, boy. I said I wasn't gonna do this. I said I wasn't gonna do this. It said this is his text. I'm reading it. Dad, I just had my premiere for my short film, and my name was in the credits. We did it. Man, listen. Listen, y'all. I'm only 5'9". I'm only 5'9". But I jumped so high this morning. When I called him, all I could say was, "Baby boy, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You did it. I'm proud. I'm thankful to be your dad. Like it's a blessing, man." And so I told him, I said, "Listen, I know you don't like me talking about you, bragging on you, or nothing like that. You're so modest, and I appreciate that. You humble. I appreciate that. But son, I'm putting you over today. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna dote because you worked hard for this, and it has paid off. So many people have dreams. Alex, what's up, brother? Thank you for that heartbeat. So many people have dreams and aspirations, and they never go and chase it because they don't think they're good enough. They think they think that dream is out of reach. You stayed the course, son. You stayed the course, and it paid off. You put in the work, and it paid off. You took control. You stayed headstrong, and you knew what you wanted to do. You knew what you wanted to accomplish, and you did it. And so I just want to say, Jordan Hassan Roper, I love you, man, and it's a blessing and an honor and a privilege to be your father. And tell your mother I said, great job. She did good. She did really good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm gonna give it up to you, son. I know I took y'all through there. That was a long opening monologue, but y'all, I felt like it was due. It was due. All right. Y'all, excuse me. I gotta blow my nose. I'm emotional over here. So y'all just give me 1 second. You know, as parents, we just want our babies to be safe. We just want our babies to have whatever the best things in life. What they're owed. We teach them that nothing's given. And in a time where it's so easy for kids his age. I mean, you got to think he realized he's only 20 years old. At 20, we were still exploring life. We had no direction. Most of us, we didn't know, but he knew. He stayed steadfast on it. And ah, to hear those people applauding, cheering, and then seeing his name in the credits, boy, I can't thank God enough. I can't get on my knees to thank him, man. You know, there's we talk. I tell him about the pitfalls and dangers out there in LA, Hollywood. And I don't, like I told y'all, I don't think he listened to me. And I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Even like I said, he goes to parties now. Um, at Arizona State University, he goes and hangs. His friends attend there, so he goes and hangs out at the party, the college parties there and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, son, same thing applies. He's like, I know, Dad. If I'm gonna drink, I get my own drink before I get there. When I get there, I don't leave my drink unattended. I'm like, all right, son. I just want to make sure you got it. I just want to make sure you got it. He's like, I got it, Dad. I got it. Okay, cool, cool. Cause y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. There was like when he was in middle school, and oh my God, it was a boy. It was another boy who transferred to their middle school, and I guess kids being kids, they were mean to the new boy at the school, and people didn't sit with him and stuff. And Jordan would just go sit at the table with him at lunch, and just talk to him. And so my son is part of the in crowd. He was always part of the in crowd. All right, and I would say he get that from his dad, but his mom was she was social too. So she hung out with people and didn't care about um their financial bracket, their background, nothing like that. She was just a white girl from Bellevue, Nebraska. Went to school in South Omaha, but would drive to North O. And if anybody in here from Nebraska know, North O is where you know the BLK community is. She didn't care. She'd be the only white girl. She'd go pick her friends up. They lived there. They need to ride to school, so she would do it. So um, she was friends with everybody too, and so he gets it God honest. But they would make fun of him. His friends would make fun of him, like, "Ooh, you're hanging out with him and you're talking to him and stuff like that, right?" And so Taylor said, "You were too as well." She's like, "Don't lie. Don't just blame it on her. Tell the truth. You got me. You got me." But so they would make fun of him and my son. You know, I called him one day to check on him, and I noticed he wasn't chipper. He wasn't happy like he normally is. Y'all, we may get through only one segment today. I'll try to get two. I don't even. We might just get one. I don't know. Um, but I'm talking to him. I'm like, son, you all right? You good? He's like, well, I'm having this issue at school. So, and he goes into telling me the story. And I'm like, nah, I'm over here in Atlanta. I'm across the country. But what you're not gonna do is mess with my child. Cause don't get it twisted. A plane ticket ain't nothing. We can get there, and we will, right? So don't get it twisted. So I called the school the next day, and I'm talking to the people in the office. I'm telling them like, hey, this is my son. This is what grade he in. This is what's going on. Listen, I'm in Atlanta. If y'all don't handle it, if I got to come from Atlanta to Phoenix, Arizona, baby, we tearing that school up. So it's best that y'all go on and handle it, right? Now, we have another incident where somebody stole his cell phone. He's still in middle school. Somebody stole his cell phone. He goes and tells his teacher. He goes to the office. He tells the people that somebody um, stole his phone. Um, Lord said, "Who called? We take it. We out." I'm trying to tell you, we out like a fat boy in dodgeball. We riding, but uh, he tells the principal. I mean, the people in the office tells the principal. He tells his mom. His mom goes up there. She talks to the school. They're giving her the run around. I said, okay. His mother and I, we talking about it. She says, I got it handled. I'll get it handled. Don't worry about getting it handled. I said, okay. All right. Next day, his mother and I talk. Okay, well, what did they say? Well, they're gonna. I forgot what she said. They're gonna do something. And but whatever her response was, it wasn't the response I liked. It wasn't good enough for me. And I said, okay, all right. She said, I will take care of it, Greg. Okay. I said, all right. She said, you hear me? I said, I got it. Okay. Yeah. Don't do nothing. I'm not. All right. You got it. Listening. I'm good at listening. Not really. Next morning, what did I do? Call the school. Listen, either the school gonna buy him a new phone, or y'all gonna be checking some cameras and find out who took my son's phone. Cause if I got to come from Atlanta to Phoenix, Arizona, it's on. Now, got the phone back, right? Third and final time I had to do this. My son went through this phase where I don't know y'all, but he went through this phase where he was painting his fingernails. He had an orange and stuff. And other kids at school was calling him the G word because he painted his fingernails. And he was like, "No, I'm not Gay. I just like painting my fingernails. I like the color on my nails. It's just nothing, I'm not that way. Like, but they kept harping in on him. Like they kept and he's sensitive. He is sensitive. I'll give you that. Like he ain't gonna fight you or nothing like that. And if he do go off and yell at you, you done you went too far, you know. Jenny said my oldest still does. And he fought every last one of them. You see what listen, I didn't understand it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't understand it, sis. But what I did know is that this is how my son wanted to express himself, and it wasn't hurting nobody else. So I was cool with it. Now, if he had done something that was hurting somebody else, then okay, we would have talked about it and addressed it that way. Chantel said, but even if he was, so what? That
Ding, ding,
part
ding.
right there, though, Chantel, that part right there. And so now I'm telling him, thank you, Tori, I appreciate it. I'm on the phone with him. He's like, Dad, they keep they keep on. Tater said facts. They keep talking about me, Dad. I don't even want to. It's to a point now where I don't even want to go to lunch because they always come around me and they're talking, and it's like I'm not that way. I keep trying to tell them that, but they keep joking. All right, okay. Now this is where it got a little funny because his mom had came home from work as him and I was on the phone talking, and she goes into his room, hey son, and saying, ask him how his day was. and he was telling her what was going on. And she's like, "Well, who you talking to?" He's like, "Oh, I'm on the phone with Dad. I was telling him about this." She was like, "Oh Lord, you told your dad?" She already knew. Like, okay, he about to act a fool. It's out of my hands now. So I already and true to fashion, true to form. That's what your boy did. I called the school again, Sossaman Middle School. It's in Gilbert, Arizona. I said, "Hey, y'all know me. This is my name. And I told you before a couple of times. I'm in Atlanta. But when I'm on the phone with my son and he's saying these people, these other kids at school is messing with him, and y'all are not doing nothing about it. Now I done said what I said. If I gotta come from Atlanta to Phoenix, Arizona, I'm gonna act an ass. I'm gonna take y'all through there. I get it. Y'all Gilbert, Arizona. I get it. I get it. Y'all are Beverly Hills 90210. I'm from ATL, shouty. We don't play about our kids. We don't give no fucks about your palm trees. I don't give no fuck about your money. You mess with my kid. If we got to come from ATL, Georgia to Phoenix, Arizona, because you can't stop these people from messing with my child, you do well to have the police at the school before I get there. Because they going to be needed. I give you the heads up. They going to be needed. But we never got there. The school handled it. And to the point, it got to the point, y'all, where the school would contact me on Instagram and my Twitter if something was going on or something happened and they wanted to make sure they got out in front of it and that I knew what was going on because they didn't need me to call. They like, hey, no, it didn't happen this way. It might sound this way, but this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. We gonna tell you what's gonna happen. And look, we got this going on. If you want to come, and I'm like, no, I don't. I told you, I'm for real. I'm really in Atlanta. Otherwise, I would have been at the school. You know. But yeah, so shout out to him, y'all, man. Shout out to my son Jordan. When I tell y'all that I do this because my son is an actor in the business, entertainment business, he's who I'm talking about. So I love you, son. I know I'm gonna send you this, and I know you're gonna be mad, but hey, like I told you, boy, I'm gonna dote on you. All right, y'all. It's 11:30. Okay. You know, I might have time to get it in. I'll try not to talk as much. All right, so let's go ahead and get our thing going. A PSA, we got bubble gum as the gifting goal, and we got 4 of them. So we had 10. So we need 6 more. All right, and keep double tapping that screen. Share out the live. Also, if you share out the live, please only share it to 5 people at a time, just so the platform don't think that we are false engaging. We are real people. All right, and so uh, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, so I'm trying to find the picture for our first segment. All right. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. That way, you will become one of our news crew members, and you'll get a badge put next to your name that says "crew." That lets my moderators and I know that you are part of our news crew member team, and that when you leave a comment, it'll stand out here, and we'll be able to comment back to you more expeditiously. Also, if you sent a heart me, please make sure you go and claim your points because we want everybody to win here. Okay, I got you, baby. I just seen it, but I did. Okay. Um. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I promised somebody something, and I want to maintain my promise. So let me find that graphic. Because I did not. I did not save it, and so all right, y'all. I'll be right back. Let me go get this graphic, and then let me go ahead and do this and keep my promise. That way, um, I didn't lie. Hold on. Okay, we back. All right, let me go get. All right, y'all. Hold on. Let me slide him over. This is someone I know personally. I also dated his sister in high school. Well, I had graduated. She was in high school still, but he started writing a book with his mom, and unfortunately, on the 6th, their mother passed away, and so he went ahead and finished his book, um, post humorous of his mother. So what he was talking about while she was alive, and their times and the moments and what just their life. He ended up talking about her and as she's passed away, and that's how he ended the book. And so now it's available on Amazon. You all go and look his name up. Um, his contact information is right there as well. Uh, that's his phone number. Just let him know if you happen to call and want to order a book, or even if you send him an email right there. Probably I'd say email him would be the best thing to do. Um, Email him, let him know Greg uh, told you to contact him about the book, and him and I went to school together. We all three went to school together. I think Ralph was a year behind me, and his sister was 3 years behind. She was a freshman when I was a senior. Um, but I had graduated in her sophomore year. We dated, but um, let him know that I sent you if you decide to order a book from him or look uh, to purchase a book from him. You can't. Okay, look, I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna hold on one second. I'll set it right there for a minute. Then we'll Ralph dot Adkins Adkins 7696 at gmail.com. All right, brother. Hey, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Y'all give it up for Alex. Go W Alex. Also, remember his show, Carolina Nexus. It's on Tuesdays, correct, sir? Okay, thank you. Okay. We'll put that. I'll make it. Yes, I didn't even know. I'm sorry. Didn't see that. My little brother. I'm sorry. I ain't brought y'all up at all. Hold on. I got another Diane. I accepted it, Diane. To bring you up. All right, y'all. We're gonna get into our first segment. We're gonna go ahead and get to our first segment too, because I know, like I told y'all, I knew it might take some time, but I needed to get that out. My boy, little brother, what's good with you? Hold on, where did I put it? Oh, here we go. I think my little brother is working, so I'm gonna go ahead. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. This is one of the most famous pop stars of the 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000s. And then we also saw the breakdown of her. We and of course, I'm just gonna speak for myself. I honestly thought she was just being unruly and losing her mind, is what I thought. Again, I didn't catch on to. I didn't even. I got pulled up, laugh a lot. I was getting on the. Oh, okay. Sorry. You can chill out there. Um, Yeah, Chantel, very sad, very sad. And like I said, I want to apologize because I thought she was just being unruly, going crazy. It's a typical Hollywood star, child star that just is, rambunctious and stuff like that. But no, no, this was, I didn't find out about what, okay, I keep saying I didn't find out. Let me make myself clear and correct myself. I had heard stories from my cousin. I've heard stories about my cousin that's a rapper and Bobby, right? And so, but my cousin that's the rapper, that was Big Gift. He, they was a black righteous, more conscious, things that they were talking about in the '90s. And so I heard it, I understood it, but again, I wasn't looking to be a part of that kind of stuff. I wasn't even in wrestling yet, so it really didn't, you know, get. I didn't. I don't want to say I didn't care. I just didn't think it was important to me. I didn't think it was something I needed to pay attention to. Now, in 2011, when the second time I moved back to Georgia from Nebraska, 'cause I lived in Nebraska twice. The first time was in Bellevue, the second time in Omaha. But we moved back here, and that's when I caught on to what the Lumi was about. Thank you for the go popular, brother, little brother. I appreciate it. And that's when I started to do deep dives into this stuff. And that's where you hear me talk about what we talk about now. It stemmed from 2011. And it was actually a journalist, and I cannot remember his name, but it was a journalist that was actually, and this was his word. He said, "You may not see me anymore after I say this." And he was talking about the works of the Lumi. He talked about a place that they would meet in California, Northern California. And I've actually posted the pictures of on here before, the statue of the owl, the granite owl. I told you about the attire that he said that they had on, and we posted pictures about that on here, right? And so that's when I started to get into this stuff. And he talked about companies here in in our country that was affiliated or under the Lumi regime, right? Um, just throw out a couple America Online. Think about how that symbol was. I didn't know that. It was just a dial up back then. We was just getting into the infancy stages of this social media thing when America Online was out there. But he mentioned that. He mentioned the gas station Citgo. Um, I told you all about Starbucks. But in any event, he was telling us how to see, identify, and pick up on things. And never heard from him again, never saw him again. And again, he said we may never see him. So that pretty much, I'm taking that as, I guess he knew that they would come for him, or he knew the consequences, but he felt like he needed to get it out. I'm thankful he did because it put me on the path of learning this stuff or paying attention to it even more. Jenny says her father used her to get money and sold her to the highest bidders. Fortunately, unfortunately, a lot of parents do that. But that's Britney Spears. Y'all know her. She's like a pop icon. I ain't gonna lie. I thought she was awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it says resurfaced. Britney video shows how bad it really was. I don't know. I don't exactly. Yeah, that part, sis. Covering that eye uses the uh huh. Yep. Those are signs, you know. And so, thing about it is, I haven't seen this. I don't know what this content creator, which by the way, shout out to that surprise witness. She gets the video credit for this, and she's awesome. I was following her during the Diddy trial, and I would go on her page quite often. So, um, I made sure she does her due diligence, she does her work, she does her reporting, and so I trust what she's saying. Um, so we're gonna listen to it because I know I done held y'all up long enough. But so let's just see. I won't talk much through this. We'll let it play. All right. If y'all leave a comment, I'll comment. But other than that, I'm gonna try not to stop it.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing this fine? Tuesday, January 20th. It's been a while since we spoke about Britney Spears, but I don't know if you know this or not. That's really what started it all for me here on YouTube. And even before YouTube, I was on Instagram and other social media websites, kind of trying to get
All right,
justice
sis.
for Britney, trying to free Britney at the time. And so, in some ways, this will be a walk down memory lane. I did recently, actually just today, because of this amazing account, Mona Lisa Nee. This came across my desk here, and as you can see, it was posted 5 hours ago. It says Britney Spears' former manager, Larry Rudolph, grabs Britney by her arm and lets go as soon as he spots a camera filming them. So let's just take a look at that, and then I do have some things to say. All right, so apparently this is 2013. Look at him. Look, see the grabbing. Oh, and then he lets go. Okay, so let's watch the clip play out. Right here, that would be Yazdani. What was his name? Amdani. What's this guy's name? Oh, shoot, I forgot. Okay, wait, hold on. Again, watch how he's got it a clasp on her arm, upper arm like this. And you know what it does remind me of?
Like
I don't know if there's any connection. I'm not
dragging her
in any position to know if there is any connection, but how Whoa Vicky always has bruise marks like that appear to be fingerprint marks right on her arm. It's like someone's dragging her around. It's like when I imagine what must be going on to give her those bruise marks on her upper arm, I imagine it's something like this. Look, watch how he sees the camera, and look, he's got it grabbed, he's talking, and lets it go.
But I mean, she's smiling. I don't know.
This is the guy from Black Box Security. I forget his name. I'm trying to see if I recognize anybody else around. That's Larry Rudolph, though. This almost looks like Sam Luffy. But that was supposedly 2013. That was about the time of her first residency. She would go on to have another residency and then ultimately signed up for a third one. And that one is really where the you-know-what hit the fan. That third residency was supposed to begin around the 2018 end of 2018, if I recall correctly. And Britney was promised that she wouldn't have to do any more of these residencies before she was able to take a break first.
No, what's the name?
They did not give her a break as promised, and a real break, like some time off. She was put into a conservatorship in 2008. And in my opinion, it was illegal and unconstitutional because Britney's reason for getting put into a conservatorship was they checked a box that said she had dementia or like something like dementia or whatever. And it was like, we're going to provide proof before the hearing. No doctor, from what I understand, ever provided any proof that Britney had dementia. And she would have had dementia at 26 years old. So she was put into this conservatorship because she
let me know. Get
dementia,
that to me, Bessie,
and then she was never proven to have dementia by anybody. So eventually she did get out of it, but not before she spoke to the judge in a public speech. And she said the only thing that she could consider equating her situation to in the state of California is as trafficking. So she basically said she was as trafficked. She said that she believed that her management was trying to kill her. She specifically called out certain people, including members of her family, including Lou Taylor, Robin Greenhill, the TriStar Sports and Entertainment crew. She called out her own dad and all of that. But really the signs were always here. Okay, so she gets put into a conservatorship in 2008. And I think that same exact year they announced that she's going to be going on a tour. She does end up going on a tour or two, and then they take her from going on tours to instead putting her as a kind of quasi-permanent figure on the Las Vegas night scene, or in the night scene of Las Vegas. And she did end up having, like I said, 3 residencies. But the last one, she started to say no to things. She said no to a dance move. And she said it was that exact thing, saying no to a dance move, that got her immediately put on a very, very powerful psychiatric medication called lithium. And she claims the reason she got put onto this lithium was specifically because she was saying no to dance moves on that third residency. But she said she had been promised that she could take a break, she could take some time off. She was too incapacitated to enter into a contract. Remember, like, she's still in a conservatorship at this time. She was too supposedly incapacitated to enter into a contract or to determine whether or not she wanted to have a baby, to determine what she was going to eat for dinner each night. She wasn't allowed to choose those things. She couldn't drink. She couldn't buy anything without, asking people's permission. She could not use her own money that she was earning. And this was her life. It was like a prison. It was over a decade. And so when she started saying no, she claims she was immediately put on lithium. Now, what's even more interesting about this whole case, the plot thickens because the doctor who gave her the lithium for not doing the dance move they wanted her to do during the residency, she didn't want to do at all. She didn't want to do the residency at all. And then they were forcing her to do certain dance moves or else drugging her with lithium. And this was all happening very in front of us. This was all happening very, very in front of our faces. And I'm not even going to say nobody noticed, because thousands of people noticed. But the people who were noticing were not powerful enough to affect a change at the time. Now, little by little by little, that voice did become powerful, and it became a global socio-political human rights and disability and women's rights movement, which was successful in some regard, indisputably. But you had the media like Chloe Mayloss in communication with who I believe to be this guy right here, Larry Rudolph, also maybe possibly Jeff Raymond. Now, I've never actually overheard her having a conversation with any of these people. I don't know that to be the case for sure, but that's just what I think. So seeing this clip again just really kind of highlighted not seeing this clip again. I'm not sure I've ever seen this specific clip, but this is, 2013 Kiss FM's Wango Tango. And it does show how much of this stuff was for appearances. Another thing that they would do to Britney is they would let her be on stage in Vegas, but they would turn her mic off, or they would cut her mic off just so, like, right after she would finish singing, they would cut it off so she couldn't speak to the audience. There was a time where she said, "This feels illegal
when they put him
with this mic." And it's like truly slavery and trafficking of individuals right in front of our very eyes. Now, I'm not saying Larry Rudolph specifically did that, so don't send any letters to me. Okay, I don't know. I'm not accusing Larry Rudolph of doing any crimes. But it just does kind of give me a reminder of the utter kind of powerlessness that I personally can attest to feeling looking through all of this stuff. I started my Free Britney awareness in about 2020. In the middle of 2020. And it does kind of remind me of how it's like this stuff is so obvious and it was just happening right here in front of everybody. But because there was the help of the media and a lot of money behind Britney and the enslavement, the slavery of Britney Spears, the human trafficking of Britney Spears, it was like the powers that actually be, who had power to do something, just couldn't. And even now to this day, it seems like they won't. And, I always will be advocating for justice for Britney. But at this point, she has spoken for her own self. And the powers that be don't seem to have made a single freaking move. They're arresting Timothy Busfield, and they're arresting this person and that person. And maybe they should be. Maybe the Alexander brothers and the Abercrombie owner and Diddy and all of them ought to have been arrested. But in my opinion, it's about time, if it hasn't started already, for some investigations and possibly even some arrests to be being made in the Britney Spears case. Because right now, where that case stands is a bunch of unfinished business. The state of California, along with the courts, allowed and encouraged and enabled the trafficking of one of the most famous.
Thank you for the I love TikTok balloons. I appreciate that.
They rubber stamped it. They allowed it to happen. They enabled it to happen. The government of the state of California, the government of the state of Nevada. I mean, can we get somebody investigated? They didn't even investigate her parents. They had, where is the justice for Britney Spears? Are we ever going to see that? Are we ever going to see that? I mean, I know there's other problems in the world, but this lady was trafficked and enslaved in front of our very eyes. And I just want to let y'all know, as a reminder, why I started this in the first place. That's why whenever I see all these media stories about Nick Reiner being a crazed sociopath, crazy schizo, this thing, that thing, the other thing, doctors can diagnose people with anything. And the guy that diagnosed Britney and gave her that lithium, the guy that gave her the lithium, he's no longer living, and it's disputed how he died. Some places had said he had an embolism, some said aneurysm. These are very different things. He died like right before he was supposed to go into testify in the Britney case. There's just so much stuff that's unresolved here, and it needs to be resolved, and there needs to be some type of justice, not only to Britney Spears and for Britney Spears, absolutely her first and foremost, because she is the primary victim here, but also to the rest of the public, to the taxpayers of the state of California who paid for those judges to assist in the trafficking of this woman, because it wasn't a big secret. Okay, we have Britney being dragged around by her arm. All right, I mean, Yemeni, that was that guy's name, right? Yemeni. This one. He ended up being, I think, Kris Jenner's security guard. And then as soon as he gets into the camera, then he moves the arm and he moves the hand. Now, I'm not saying Larry Rudolph did anything that was criminal per se, but I am saying that Britney Spears claimed that she was trafficked. She claimed that she was abused and treated in ways unspeakable, and it wasn't just by Hollywood and the music industry.
Her name is a surprise
and her family.
witness.
No.
Dimple Cheeks.
The actual judiciary, the government of the state of California, LAPD, UCLA Hospital, the Resnick Psychiatric, whatever the hell hospital over there. I mean, none of these people are going to face any consequences for the trafficking of Britney Spears. I'm going to keep beating the drum. I mean, y'all might have noticed I talk less about the story now because it's like I have made thousands. I would be surprised if I made less than tens of thousands of hours worth of videos. And what happened? I don't know what else I could possibly say. I mean, there's more things, but like it's time for the feds to get involved. It's been time for decades.
Yeah.
Facts ain't defamation. Neither are opinions.
Oh no, she's talking about her campaign for like the free Britney campaign.
I'm not really a cupcake,
and
but I am super baked.
So the conservatorship that they put her in, and how she's showing a video right now of a guy dragging Britney by the arm, coming out of somewhere. But when she was saying it for her for years and nobody done anything. Jenny, let's give it up to Jenny. Says she's watched 300 hours of the live. They still not counting right. Panda Zero, welcome to the panel. How you doing?
Good. I haven't seen you in forever. It's great to see you.
Well, they put me down for a while.
Yeah, I was like, what happened to your page? Like how? So you got banana?
Yeah.
That's cool. You don't even do it.
Yeah, we had to start over completely.
Okay. Well, it is excellent to see you again. So I don't know what's going on presently with Britney. I do know that I read her book where she outlined her conservatorship and how poorly.
Hold on 1 second, Panda Zero. I'm sorry, little brother.
Okay, no problem.
Can you mute your mic, little brother? Okay, hold on. Let me.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just going to say that I did read her book and she did speak extensively about her conservatorship and how poorly she was treated by her parents. Mm-hmm. It was awful. It was inhumane how they treated her. They just wanted to capitalize off of their daughter. And it was really, I don't know. You just wouldn't want anybody to go through the things that she did, but some people are just like that.
Did she go into go into details, or
yeah,
did she make reference to stuff?
Yes, she did go into detail. Do you remember that book that came out where she was talking about how Justin Timberlake got her pregnant and wanted her to get
Mm-hmm.
an AB, and so she did. Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
conservatorship was very strict. She was followed around all the time. She couldn't just go places because she wanted to. She was on a very strict schedule. Um, Everything that she did was going to be surveillance. Even I think her room, her bedroom, was surveillanced by the person
Mm-hmm.
who was her overseer, and they were to report back to her parents if she did anything to deviate from all of that. And whenever she did, then they would try to send her to those facilities to get help where she was just rugged up the
Mm-hmm.
majority of the time and completely out of it. I forgot the very moment and the details about how she was finally able to break away from all of that, but it was a really tricky process. I think she had to see another attorney in private so that she could get some
Mm-hmm.
help. But it was pretty bad. Her dad just used her for money, and her mother did too. And of course, that will affect a child's psyche.
Absolutely.
Essentially, you're worthless to me unless you are bringing me money, unless you're providing for me. Other than that, you're just not worth anything. So that's why we can't see sort of like the mental falling apart of Britney. Probably all that coupled together just really took her down.
Yeah, and the thing about it, we see this happen to so many kids in Hollywood. But let me ask you this: did she ever reference who the handlers were by any chance?
Yeah, I don't remember her giving the names, the specific names of those people. I can go back in the
Mm-hmm.
book and look though. I listened to the audio book, and that was probably like a year or two ago. So I don't remember like all the finer details, but I can go back and listen in that chapter specifically when she was talking about when they put the conservatorship into practice, and it was at a time when she didn't even know about it. She said she went to dinner
Mm-hmm.
with her friends, and they had really froze all of her assets. She went to take her friends to dinner at this expensive place, and then she went to pay, and she couldn't. And she said that was embarrassing for her. Her parents had done some stuff behind her back to freeze her accounts and assets.
Well,
So would it be safe to say that her parents were her handlers? Because I always felt like that.
They were her handlers like overall, but they had people working under them also in order to make sure that she went from point A to point B and didn't deviate from whatever that was. So she
So
might have.
like JT, I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
JT, because they was together for a minute, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
oh,
with
Justin
Justin
Timberlake.
Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was talking more so about her scheduling. Like she had to go here, and then she had to go home. Nowhere else. So she was in isolation and she was being watched in her room.
But I didn't understand that because they weren't like that with her sister Jamie, if that's her name, if I'm correct.
That's
The
what I was
little
going to
chick
ask.
from Zoe 101.
Yeah,
Because they
Jamie
ended
Lynn.
up
Jamie
in
Lynn.
Jamie Lynn, yeah, Spears. Because if I can remember, I used to watch Zoe 101. That was one of my shows, okay? Um, they ended the show because the last season, she was pregnant.
Yep, yep,
Mm.
that's true.
Dimple Cheek said, "No, Jamie Lynn wasn't the cash cow." My little brother said the co-star on Moesha. I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about, little brother.
Um, no, she wasn't the cash cow. Brittany was, but at that point, right, if we do the math, when she first started having her breakdowns and stuff, that was in the early 2000s. That's when Zoe 101 came out. Because nobody knew who she was. They just was like, oh, she looks like Britney Spears. And come to find out that was her little sister. And Zoe 101 went on for quite a few seasons before they stopped it once they found out she was pregnant
Well, her and Brittany fell out at one point. They wasn't speaking for a
at
time.
all. because
Mm-hmm.
she was in on it with the parents.
That's what I was about to
With
say. I wonder
helping.
if mm-hmm. That's what I was wondering.
Something else that stuck out to me in that book was the fact that her parents sometimes allow her to engage in underage drinking. Like when she was 16 years old,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really have a stable environment for her. And I think her parents argued a lot too. So all of that combined was just a recipe for disaster. And then you're letting her drink too. And then you put her out here where she's in the entertainment business, which we know isn't safe for children. Unless you really have
Facts.
strong parents who are going to be really a part of everything you do and standing on business, it's not safe for kids.
It's the same thing that happened to Amanda Bynes. Same thing. Y'all know who
Oh
Amanda
yeah,
Bynes
that was
is.
bad.
Amanda show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
We did a broadcast yesterday where a segment of the broadcast where Raven Simone was talking about Amanda, and she was saying how sad it was. She just wants to hug her every time. They talked about it. You can go and check it because you're a mod on this page, so you can go and look at it. Look at yesterday's. I think it's the second or
I
third
came in
segment.
yesterday. I came in on my backup page because I'm trying to get my following up on that one so that I could switch in and out because I don't know what's been going on with this page. I don't know somebody trying to secretly shadow banana me,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
that's why I've been trying to get the other one up.
You know which page I can follow so I can see it? Sorry.
Are you okay?
You said
It's
it's like
called
this one?
Goddess Taj, right? Oh, you talking about?
Hmm.
You talking about the segment I'm talking
No,
about,
she's talking
Panda?
about the segment. Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So after this show, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'll send it to you on here in your messages, and you can just click on it and watch it.
Okay. Thank
But
you.
she mentions that, and here's you're welcome. And here's the thing about it: why I found that segment important because we had done a previous show where we covered the things that Orlando Brown was saying, correct?
Hmm.
And
They're
when
all
we were
saying the
doing
same thing.
they yes, yes, and see in that first one, remember Raven was like, he can say it. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna stay out of it. But what I liked about it was Raven. Yesterday's segment we covered where she's talking, she's actually coming out and talking more about the dark things that go on to the Disney kids or that
She
happen to
doubled
the Disney
down.
kids. Right.
Orlando was the key that unlocked the gate,
Mm-hmm.
and now they all about to flood through. I mean, we can count how many, um, especially Disney and Nickelodeon stars this has happened to. Amanda Bynes, what's her name? The one that was in Wicked, Ariana
You talking about
Yeah,
Grande,
Ariana
Ariana Grande?
JoJo
Grande,
Yeah.
Siwa,
Miranda,
mm,
the girl who wrote
um,
that book about her mom. She was a Disney
yes.
Channel star.
What's the other chick name? They was in High School Musical together, with Zac Efron, Vanessa
Vanessa Hudgens.
Hutchinson, um, it's a lot of them. The twins from Sweet Life
And,
of Zack and Cody, the girl that
right.
played in Sweet Life and Zack and Cody, Ashley, I think her name was Ashley Tisdale. It's a lot of them, y'all. It's a lot of them. Even from the Nickelodeon side, it's a lot of them.
Can you all
Yeah.
please
Quiet
tell
on the
me
set.
the show you're talking about so I can go and watch it? I've never heard of this one.
What is it?
Oh, what
Raven's
show?
bro her
Uh-huh.
broadcast, the podcast that she has. I can't think of the name of her podcast when she was doing it.
Um.
Okay.
Well, what I have. Hold on. Let me. It was an actual somebody. She was on someone else's podcast talking about it,
Okay, it wasn't on
and they were
hers. I thought it
interviewing.
was on hers because
Uh.
Raven be going on her own podcast too, and she was going in. If you
Yeah.
listen
Hold
to
on. Hold
her,
on.
she going in.
I'll find out who it was. Just give me about a minute and a half. Let's see. Let's go
I just
here.
feel bad for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Them
They went through a
kids'
lot.
life
I
was
mean.
destroyed. It's a lot of them. Demi Moore, uh, uh, Drew Barrymore. it's a lot of them that were childhood stars and they went through that them type of activities, and some of them they probably got it under wraps now, but it took time for that.
Yeah. Hey, one of my moderators, do me a favor. Put Noah Jacob TV in the live and pin that. Well, it might not let you pin it, but just put it in the live. Noah Jacob TV on YouTube. And Panda, that's where you can go see it at. The title is called Raven Simone Reveals How Demons Corrupt Child Actors on Disney. And I know that's a
Okay.
lot. I'll say it again.
I
Okay.
got you. I
Raven
got it.
Simone. Oh, you got it? Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep.
Can
Definitely
I
check it
put a
out.
no comments?
Huh?
You said corrupted child actors or
On Disney.
okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll look at that because it's just
Yeah, it
like
won't let me
what
pin
happens
it,
with the
but
kids.
I was able to
Oh
just
yeah, you're
put it in
welcome.
there. It won't let me pin it.
Okay. Okay. Well, while you do that, then we're gonna go ahead and move to this second segment. Where's it at? All right.
All right, y'all. Kyrie Irving.
All right. Yeah. So y'all know Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving was an NBA star. Um, and was I mean he was really good. He's really good, and I'm not gonna slight him on that.
He's from
But you know,
Elizabeth, New Jersey. He used to play for St. Patrick's High School. He used to play against my school all the time. He would come there. So we
okay,
knew
and
about
he's good
Kyrie way
people.
before. He's a excellent person. And he ain't with the buffoonery that they be out here trying to make them do. So that's probably why he ain't
That's
getting
it.
as much shine as he should be, because he's an excellent back. It's been plenty of times we played against their team and he carried their whole team.
Yeah, he's got. I
So,
mean, he's an amazing player. He's an
but
amazing
he ain't
player,
with the
niece.
buffoonery. He ain't selling his
He's
soul
not.
for it.
And I want you to stay right there because that's exactly what it's about. He was not playing their game, and they pretty much blackballed him. Pretty much
Yep,
the same way they did Colin Kaepernick.
yep.
Okay,
But
so
I'm proud of him because he where
I
where
am
we're
too.
from, a lot of people sell out and he ain't sell out.
No, he
He
stayed
always
true to
been
who he was.
a stand up person.
Exactly. Now this is from Jay Marvelous. Okay, this is so that's the content creator for. I mean, the video creator goes to Jay Marvelous. But and to Nisha's point, it says Kyrie Irving goes against them and they shut him down. I don't even think we need to put no more context on it. Y'all know what it's about. Let's get to this work.
Went against the powers that be, and they took everything.
Y'all are arguing over who's the GOAT. I don't care.
Kyrie Irving got his start on the nepotism side of the game. His father, Drederick Irving, did some work for the Boston Terry. Not to mention that Rod Strickland was Kyrie Irving's godfather. When Kyrie Irving played in high school, he said he guaranteed he would be in the NBA. Once going to Duke University, the NBA paid attention to Kyrie Irving. In 2011, Kyrie Irving was drafted to the Cleveland Cavaliers. He would win Rookie of the Year by 2012.
And that's right after we graduated high school. Because we
Yeah,
graduated in 2010.
he did
Mm.
that, niece. He did that, niece. But I'll go, of course, now let me say this though. Let me say this though. I want to be completely
Okay, so when
open
we
and
used to
honest
do
here.
that in school, that's like when you shoot a three, they would do that. They would do
Okay, you
that.
got me. You got me covered. That's what I was gonna say. Now I don't want
He was
nobody to get this.
the king of threes. That was his specialty.
Yes, yes. I wanted to make sure because we know what that means amongst the community.
Mm-hmm.
But we've already established in the opening that he doesn't go by what they. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He don't stand for
No.
something. So
That
I
mean
don't want
three
nobody to
piece.
see it and get
Yeah, he
confused.
shoot a lot of threes. Yeah, he's the king of three
Right.
piece. So y'all don't think that this man up here throwing up
Yeah.
hand signatures because he wasn't with that.
I'm glad my mom. She. Okay, hold on. Let me write that down, Panda. I'm glad.
I spelled it like that
I
because of,
know.
like the
Mm-hmm.
TikTok.
TikTok. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was Jeanette McCurdy. She was another person who was a
Yes, she was.
victim of
Jeanette
all of
McCurdy
this.
is the girl from
iCarly.
um iCarly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got that written down. Okay, and also remember too that Kyrie went at uh LeBron James, and y'all know what LeBron James
Mm-hmm.
did to people.
His old wrinkled bald head self.
By 2016, Kyrie Irving won a championship with the Cavaliers. But in order for him to fully reap the benefit, he would have to get branded by the occult. By 2018, Kyrie Irving signed a deal with
Oh,
Nike
he
for
did put
$11
the
million.
tattoo on him
On
though,
this shoe, it had
niece.
plenty of symbolism that people spotted. But when the world shut down and nobody could go outside, Kyrie realized he made a mistake. The NBA would force their play to get the Jabbington to start playing again. Kyrie Irving was one of the few that said he wasn't getting. In 2022, Kyrie Irving would post on his Instagram a documentary about the true Hebrew Israelite. The media runners would instantly call Kyrie Irving anti-Semitic and started to cancel him immediately.
Kyrie, the documentary listed among falsehoods. It said the Holocaust didn't happen. Do you believe the Holocaust
those falsehoods are unfortunate. And it's not that I don't believe in the Holocaust. I never said that. Never, ever have said it. It's not come out of my mouth. I never tweeted it. Never liked anything like it. So the Holocaust in itself is an event that means something to a large group of people that suffered something that could have been avoided. No one said we had to practice racism. No one said we had to treat each other like garbage. No one said that I had to stand here today and understand that many people that come from generations 60 years ago, 40 years ago, enslaved some of my ancestors still, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and it's still going on. And you guys are asking me to speak on something that was a documentary that I had nothing to do with. I didn't make it. So just please keep that same energy when you guys are addressing me.
After he posted this documentary, he lost his contract with Nike. Kyrie Irving would then see that everything that glitters isn't gold. He would then run out of resources and eventually have to apologize. Shortly after, he would go on national TV and expose the occult inside of entertainment. Now he broke the oath.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so I
We're in
presume.
2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I'm no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of you cannot post that. Why not? Why not? Everybody posts everything else. You saw the word nigger going up on Twitter, right?
Yep.
I don't hear uproar of that. And it constantly revolves around the rhetoric of who are the chosen people of God. And I'm not here to argue over a person or a culture or religion or what they believe. No, this is what
We need 6 more bubble gums, y'all, to close out this gifting goal. Keep double tapping the screen, share if you care, please.
I respect what Joe said, but there has a lot to do with the not ego or pride of how proud I am to be an African heritage, but also to be living as a free black man here in America, knowing the historical complexities for me to get here. So I'm not going to stand down on anything that I believe in. I'm only going to get stronger because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me. My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late 90s about secret societies in America of occults, and it's true. So I wasn't identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I'm just there to post, and it's funny, and it's actually hilarious because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works. I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist.
After making this statement, Kyrie Irving was suspended from the Brooklyn Nets. When his Nike deal was gone and he couldn't play in the game, Kyrie Irving would then expose the entertainment industry. He would tell millions of his fans that the world was a stage and that being a celebrity was all fake.
This whole celebrity idea is eroding. The whole fame idea is eroding. That shit was sold to us, y'all. You got people out here that are human, that are acting every day of their life. They're not even real. They just on NPC shit. Every day they're acting. They don't even know. The world is a stage, dog, and it's a lot of terrible actors. It's a lot of terrible actors out here. The world is a stage. There's a lot of terrible fucking actors, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it, dog. I'm just gonna say it. I tried to tell Spice beforehand. I said it, but the whole idea of celebrity, bro. If you're not a real person and you can't stand on your morals and principles out here, move out the way. You can't stand on any principles and morals out here as a person that's trying to see
Hey,
this
he
world
ain't
become
lying.
better. Move out the way for the time being.
Jersey.
I'm not paying attention to all the beefs going
Thank you,
on,
Panda. I
or
appreciate that.
Kyrie Irving would then state that since he went against the industry, he was
Kyrie
under
Irving.
attack.
I am more susceptible to attacks, and I have to protect my soul at all times because I know people are out there that have evil in
Trying to
their
get
heart
you.
and are very demonic in their
Yup.
approach and will do everything possible to get close to me because I am light. I am close to God. God is within me.
The media will make it hard for Kyrie Irving to get his message and wouldn't promote any of his product. Once all opportunities closed for Kyrie Irving, he had to make his own shoe. He would continue to expose the industry and claim that the media was calling him crazy.
Whether they call me crazy out here in this society, I don't give
That
a
boy
fuck.
ain't crazy.
I don't care. That
Nope.
like being called
He ain't
crazy
crazy.
in America is
He's
like
in touch with
it
his
could make you
spirituality.
billions of dollars.
They don't
Yes, he
like it.
is.
You know what I'm saying? Like being called crazy in this insane society at
He's
times,
in
like
touch
it
with his
doesn't
higher
really
power
faze
and
anybody.
his inner
You know what I
power.
mean? Because now at this point, it's either
Yup.
we're doing something to further along our causes and make this revolution work, or we're not. So all my youngins out there, please, 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 please pay attention to what some of your older family members or relatives are saying. Your older brothers and sisters, please pay attention to them. Like,
That knowledge.
that's all. That's all, y'all. That's all.
That's why I used to say, I still say it now, I would never want to be famous. I would
It's
never
bigger
never
than
want to be
entertainment.
rich. I
It's
want to
bigger
be
than that.
wealthy. And I want to have generational wealth.
It's bigger than all the things that we hold value. It's bigger than social
Yeah,
It's a
media.
big
you're
difference.
right.
It's bigger.
Thank you for that heart. Me be the light. I
Conspiracy,
didn't know you was in here. How
more
you doing,
purposeful.
brother?
It's a
Right, Lord.
living
He is the
life
complete opposite of
that's
crazy.
aligned with standing on things that you believe in, that you know are truthful, and you have people
Him and
around you
Colin
that believe
Kaepernick need to link up together.
They do. That would be a good movement.
it's bigger, y'all.
Hmm
It's bigger. It's bigger. They've hijacked my Kyrie name.
Mm.
So I love y'all, and I hope that you guys are having a
Let me know what y'all think. Did Kyrie Irving break the oath or did he just get washed up? Leave your comments below.
No, stop it. Stop it. Let me like that. And then let's give it up to Kyrie Irving, number one. Number two. Here's the thing with that. Certain people, and we talked about this yesterday. They try to break certain celebrities down. It's when celebrities go against the narrative. They try to break them down, and they strip them of everything, take everything from them, and they do that to try to systematically make them have to come begging back to them for something or at their be needing in need of them. So that way, if they don't have anything and they need it, they're gonna go back to these people and say, "Hey, I'll do whatever you want me to do," which a lot of time goes to humiliation rituals, um, doing things that that's not godly, like, of course. And so we
You
shout
can't
out
do
to
that with a
him.
person. You can't do that with a person that's intact with a higher power and they inner power. You would never win. You can never get that
Okay,
over
Panda.
on a person that's like that.
Yeah, it's going again. It's equivalent to having two forces coming together. That's not in unison with each other. You get me? Okay, Panda. She said, "I'll be right back." And so they're teaching satanic and demonic stuff. He's in line with his Christianity or his higher power, right? And so, and this is what it is.
Good
They
versus evil, light versus dark.
classic, classic example of that, niece. That's exactly. I don't think. I don't think that could be conveyed any better. Say that one more time.
Good versus evil, light versus dark.
That that. And so, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm thinking
And when you
tomorrow.
stand in the light, usually most of the time, you'll be standing in the light which by yourself. When they are in the dark, is multiple.
Well,
It's always
yeah, it's
multiple.
the
And when I say
masses.
that, it's a lot. Yeah, it's the masses. So sometimes you take on a weight like the world is on your shoulders. That is the perfect definition of that.
Exactly, exactly. And we might cover this tomorrow, y'all. It says leaked footage of Kyrie Irving exposing LeBron James. We might have to
Oh, we're
indulge in
gonna
that,
watch that
see what's
tomorrow.
going
Yeah,
on.
we're gonna watch that tomorrow for sure.
Okay, so let me go ahead and get that queued up, so because I don't want to lose it, because I will.
This might be the craziest NBA leak of the decade. A clip.
All right, okay, we got it on deck. So here's what we're gonna do then. What time is it? Bet. All right, we're gonna go through this third
11:21.
and final segment. Okay, I got to get Rudy from school soon, but I think we'll have time to get this in.
How
Yeah, we
long is
should.
it?
It's 20 minutes, so just make sure I don't talk that much. Okay, make sure I
Okay.
don't stop it and talk.
What time you gotta be out?
I need to be out about 1, so I should
Okay.
have enough time. But I get to talking and stopping, so
Do a quick
let's
PSA
see.
first.
She
Huh?
said do a quick PSA first.
Okay, okay. All right, y'all, check it out. We've got 5 bubble gums, and we need 5 more bubble gums to meet that gifting goal. We got to close out that gifting goal. I've told you all the significance and the importance of meeting these goals. It allows us to be pushed into a higher group. And right now we're in C4, and we're trying to get to C3. it, I believe we can do it. Each week, I would like to excel or extend to a higher goal. What happens is when we get into a higher goal, I mean, a higher group, forgive me, when we get into a higher group, the algorithm pushes our platform and our story out more. I mean, our content out more. And more people can hear it, more people can join us. But in order for that to happen, we need to meet the gifting goals. We got to make sure we're sharing out the live, and we've got to have people tapping the screen. It don't cost no green to tap the screen, but we need to tapping and clapping. Okay, that's vital. It's important. That lets this platform know that hey, people are engaging on this platform on this show, and then it'll get us pushed out more. Again, when you come in, if you leave me a heart me, this orange heart up here, after you do so, please go and click this orange heart again. You'll see different things you're supposed to do, different tasks that it's going to ask you to do. And once you perform those tasks, go back and hit it again, that orange heart, and it'll have a little black tab and it'll say claim. Click on claim and get your points for each task that you accomplish, all right, or that you achieve. And that means you will get coins too as well. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Panda Zero. And so that's why it's important. It's very important. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, I like that one. I like it. It's important that you subscribe because you get a badge put next to your name that says crew. And then when you leave a comment, it lets us know. My moderators and I know, hey, they're part of the news crew team. And then we can, howdy, Panda Zero. Thank you for the hat and mustache. It allows us to uh, respond to what you're saying. It's highly important, y'all. It's not this. We're just up here trying to make sure we get this stuff out there because it's important. I think you all see the times that we are in, and a lot of people are stuck because they don't know about this stuff, y'all. I ain't seen him before.
Corgi.
What is that called?
The
Oh,
corgi.
corgi. Thank you for the corgi.
Welcome.
I didn't know what that was. Thank you
Before,
for that.
I'm sorry, host. I didn't mean to interrupt you. When you get done, I'd like to say something that can help. Oh,
Okay. Okay. Matter of fact, you can take it away. You can take it away.
Okay. Another thing that helps is when we come in here and we really tap the screen is you hit that share, the share arrow, like you're gonna share. And then you hit copy link. So now it says Panda Zero shared the live, and then I hit it again and I hit copy link. That helps to boost him in the FYP. And we can do it as many times as we'd like. So yeah, I try to really do that when I'm in live streams too, apart from tapping. And something else that can help him to level up is you can click his profile picture up top, and then you see where it says C4 gift gallery. You click that section and you'll see all of the gifts that he needs in order to fill up that gift gallery. So he needs one more hat mustache, 3 hand hearts, 2 waving hearts, a money gun, DJ sunglasses, 5 of those, a galaxy, and a whale. And so if anybody can and is willing to, it would really help if we get all of those gifts highlighted. So I'll send another mustache. So
I appreciate you so much.
you're welcome. Yeah, that helps out a lot. Boosting
Hey,
you.
let's W Panda Zero in the live, y'all. I really appreciate it. And see, that's something I didn't even know. She schooled me to something. you know?
Yeah, that's your personal gift gallery. So when we gift you, it's coming from ours, but filling your personal gift gallery again by clicking your profile, going down to C4 gift gallery, and then the gifts that are grayed out are the ones that we should really try to satisfy. And that really helps you too with your rank. And in addition to that, you doing some battles every once in a while can be helpful too, because it can help you to get gifts, especially during like the point where it says times. And I think it saves people money because they can send a heart and it'll count as 2 hearts. Or if they send a galaxy, it'll count as 2 galaxies during times too. If you do some battles, it'll help you to rank up to a lot faster. So that's just what I've learned. But yep, you're definitely welcome. I love seeing Black creators, especially ones like you who are really kind and compassionate. You care about your work, passionate about it. So yeah, I want to help as many ways as I can. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Y'all make sure we W Panda Zero in the live and know that you are welcome here anytime. I thank you for enlightening me on that. I definitely need to know that. I have never battled anybody, so I'm gonna have to try that too. For sure.
Nah, Big Mel,
All
that's
right.
not that's Kyrie Irving. That's in a picture.
Yeah. Kyrie Irving.
No, you can.
Was you asking me who it was?
No, no, no. I was
Hey,
talking to
Caribbean
Big
Queen,
Mel.
howdy.
He said Uncle Drew on the background. And I was telling him, nah, that's Kyrie
Uh,
Irving.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We're about to go into our third segment now though, Big Mel.
Yeah.
But you can always go back and watch it too. You're a mod.
With the
All
battle,
right, y'all.
you can just schedule one and give us your crew and see what day would be best for them, and you can schedule one and have everybody here, and then it'll
Oh,
be
you talking about the battle?
when you do a battle, and so just make sure everybody who can be here will be here
Yes.
to help out. So yeah, that would be great too. Help you get up there a lot quicker.
Who down with it? Who want to battle? Who want to battle with me? Send me a message and let me know you'll do it, and we'll set it up. I've never done it, so we'll be. And if you ain't never done it, then we'll just be two beginners doing it. Panda says she'll do it. Okay, okay, Panda, we're gonna set that up. So when is a good time for you to do it? You thank you for the gold medal. I appreciate that, Darlene.
I'll just make sure I'm there. Well, if you put it in your stories, like that you plan to battle on such and such day at whatever time, then
You got me,
yeah, I'll be there.
my girl. Appreciate that. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. All right, y'all. So listen, it says, oh, first of all, video credit goes to fairy tales.
I'm
Now I
sorry
want
to
to be
interrupt.
honest. Oh, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Somebody was asking if you could reset your gift goal up top.
Oh, okay, okay. My bad. Thank y'all so much for knocking the goals out for us. I appreciate that. And so I don't know about this content creator. This is my first time listening to her, but you all know what we try to do. We try to make sure we help other content creators out as well. So we're going to listen to it. And the title of it is Meek Mill finally reveals what Diddy allegedly did behind closed doors. I'm gonna tell y'all up front, if they play that audio again, we gonna have to skip over that. I can't do that again. But I'm praying they don't do that, and they actually talk about some things that we either don't know or that we have wondered, and they're going to make sure we know it did happen or that it is true. But we'll see. We'll see. But we hear any audio, the third segment gonna be closed down. All right, we're not gonna do it.
But this just sent straight from Philly. Philly MC said they want that smoke, so we're gonna see what y'all got. Meek Mill, you ain't got nothing but air. Put in my life, like we all grew up in the streets, and we try to be better, but they labeled us felons, sent us back to jail. I had to fight against that the whole time.
Where would you be right now if you were just Meek Mill, who nobody knew, if you didn't have all these powerful people who raised your case up and made people?
I would be in prison. Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you.
They promised him a path to greatness, but what he got was a carefully disguised trap dressed as opportunity. Tonight, we peel back the layers of Diddy's so-called mentorship and reveal how it intersected with the dismantling of one of Philadelphia's brightest talents. This goes beyond typical industry maneuvering. It's a study in power, influence, and the consequences when control preys on vulnerability. Meek Mill wasn't randomly targeted. He was approached at his most fragile moment. Fresh out of prison in 2018, facing career instability, mounting legal battles, and desperate for a guiding hand,
Darlene
he
said, I
seemed
can't
like
right
the
now.
perfect
I'm
candidate.
going to have to go.
That's when the offer came.
Okay, thank you for
Not when
joining
he
us,
was
Darlene.
strong,
You have a
but when he
blessed
was
day,
grateful.
Queen.
Got to deal with what he got to deal with.
Thank you for
based
coming
on the
in.
relationship him and Puff had. Dressing alike, being cozy.
They were.
Puff calling him daddy. Saying little innuendos to him. People are looking at that and saying Meek Mill is wrong for saying no Diddy. But you can't tell a man how to spend his money and how to make love to his wife.
Yeah, French
This happened a
Montana.
long
That's
time
right,
ago.
Sid.
But they recently just made a statement that they found loads of cocaine.
We love
what
TikTok
they
shop.
did with
Yeah.
cocaine,
See,
Cappuccino.
but they
here we
didn't
go.
turn it
He's
over to
starting
the
off wrong.
police.
He's starting off wrong. Come on, big
They say they found loads of cocaine,
Ah,
razor blade.
Lord,
all
man.
right, y'all. Okay, so look. We're gonna call an audible. We don't need to jeopardize or compromise our platform. We
Right,
just recently got it back.
right. That's why I said he gonna go. You know, Gene, he gonna go. He gonna go
And I
there.
respect that. He don't hold back. I respect that. Listen,
I feel
right,
like when
Lord, we
it
love
comes to
TikTok
certain
shop.
part, when it comes to certain segments, we might have to switch between YouTube and the ticketing. When we listening to people like Gene, we gotta go to the tube because
Okay, bet, niece.
they and
I
a
like how
lot of
you
these
call.
don't
I like how
have.
you think, niece. I like how you think, niece. We gonna do that, y'all. We're gonna end the broadcast here on TikTok. But if you want to see segment 3, meet us
Go
over
to the
on YouTube. Okay.
cause Gene gonna get us all in
Gonna get us
trouble.
canceled. All right, so check it out, y'all. We're about to go over to YouTube. All right, and gonna do a live over there. If you're not following us on YouTube, go on YouTube, subscribe to the channel G Smooth 404. All right. Can somebody can we get that put up?
Yes, I
G
got you.
Smooth 404.
It's the
All right.
same as
Thank you,
his
Nisha.
TikTok name, y'all, but I got you.
All right. All right. So let me go. Let me go set up over there. Give me about 10 minutes or so.
Why they
Okay.
not letting us pin no more? TikTok be getting on my nerves. They raise my blood
We're
pressure
in the
every
back.
day.
We got a panel. That's why you can't pin.
Yeah, we got guests.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when did that become a thing? They just made that a thing because we used to compete before when you had people on the panel.
You know the rules change daily, hourly.
I'm sick of them.
Just saying.
I'm tired of
Just
adapting to
saying.
the nonsense.
Yeah, you don't have a voice on here at all. Like not like that. Not like that no more.
Mm-mm.
You know.
So go ahead, go set up on a Tubi, and we'll be there. Everybody going to G Smooth 44 on YouTube. I say it's gonna take
Subscribe.
probably about
Subscribe.
like 5 minutes maybe for him to get set up over there, and we're gonna do segment 3 over there. And y'all have a good day on purpose, okay? I'll see y'all in a minute.